Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear viewers, today we will see stair design step by step. So let's start. Steps: specify material data, specify geometry data from architectural plan and section, assume or find the initial waste slab thickness for deflection control, specify loading. Consider unit strip width 1 feet or 1 meter of the slab. It will have section like beam, for example 12 inch by thickness of the waste slab. Then calculate the load per linear length. Calculate SFD and BMD. Check shear for provided effective depth of stair waste slab. Check effective depth by ultimate moment also. Design reinforcement and check with minimum reinforcement to be provided. So this is the summary steps. Now we will go for steps in details. Specify material data. Rebar strength Fy 60 ksi, concrete strength F'C 3 ksi, weight of concrete Wc 150 pound per cubic feet. Geometry data. This is the example of one stair which can be named or which can be called longitudinally supported stairs. This is the length data of this geometry. Starting landing length 4 feet, end landing length 3 feet, tread 10 inch, rise 6 inch, number of tread 10, number of rise 10, horizontal length coming from the tread 10 into 10 equal to 100 inch equal to 8.33 feet. Height of stair flight 6 into 10 equal to 60 inch, that means 5 feet. Angle theta coming tan inverse 5 by 8.33 equal to 30.77 degree, because we know tan theta equal to altitude by base. So theta is coming tan inverse altitude divided by base equal to 30.77 degree. So cos theta coming cos 30.77 degree equal to 0.86. This will be used later, we will see. Stair flight inclined length base square plus altitude square, then square root of that summation equal to 9.72 feet. Effective span length of stair 4 plus 8.33 plus 3 equal to 15.33 feet, as we have calculated earlier. Here you can see 4 feet plus 8.33 feet plus 3 feet. This is horizontal effective length. As per ACI 3180899.5a, one way solid slab thickness to be taken L by 20 to control deflection. Since flight is not having uniform depth like slab, flight of stair is stiffer for tread and riser depth, so it will be stiffer than slab of waste slab thickness, so required slab depth is reduced by 15%. Otherwise it will be very uneconomical. And it is true that flight of stair is stiffer than the landing because of additional tread plus riser depth. So minimum waste slab thickness coming 0.85 into L by 20. It comes 7.2 inch. Provide thickness of waste slab T equal to, from here we will provide 8 inch to round up. Clear cover CC 1 inch. Effective depth D equal to 8 minus 1 minus 0.5 equal to 6.5 inch. Here 1 is clear cover and 0.5 is total river depth, coming from summation of river dia of main river plus river dia of transverse river. So from this it is coming 6.5 inch. Loading: floor finish dead load 30 psf, live load 100 psf. Load calculation. Flight: consider strip width of stair is 1 feet, self weight of waste slab it is 8 inch, converting it into feet, 8 by 12 into 1 feet, that is strip width, into 150 pound per feet cube, equal to 100 pound per feet. Self weight of steps coming 10 number of steps, as it is triangle, so half into base into altitude, base equal to 10 inch, so 10 by 12 feet, and altitude rise 6 by 12 feet, and strip width 1 feet into 150 pound per feet cube, divided by inclined length 9.7 feet, equal to 32.16 pound per feet. Here we can see feet square into 1 feet, so feet cube into 150 PCF. So this feet cube eliminating that feet cube from PCF, it is coming total pound, divided by the length 9.72 feet, so pound per feet. Floor finish 1 feet into 30 PSF, equal to 30 PLF. Total dead load 100 plus 30.16 plus 30, equal to 162.16 PLF. Live load coming 1 feet into 100 PSF, equal to 100 PLF. Factored load WEI on flight, that means inclined length, equal to 1.4 DL plus 1.6 LL, equal to 1.4 into dead load value and 1.6 into live load value, equal to 387.02 PLF. To take UDL on inclined length, equivalent UDL to horizontal length, equal to WUS equal to WUI by cos theta. So putting the value, it is coming 450.43 PLF. That cos theta we have calculated earlier, that is using here. Now you can ask why we are dividing by cos theta. Explanation: we know horizontal exponent of hypotenuse is cos theta equal to base of any triangle. This is the triangle with hypotenuse, altitude and base. So a is cos theta equal to base. Now for equating UDL, base into UDL on base equal to hypotenuse into UDL on hypotenuse. So here base equal to a is cos theta, so we are putting that value, a is cos theta into WUAs plus hypotenuse A's into WUI. So now WUA is coming A's into WUI divided by A is cos theta. So here A is by A is eliminating, balance WUI by cos theta. This equation we have used there, 387.02 by cos theta, is giving 450.43 pound per feet. Here load calculation on landing, W coming same way, 1.4 into 130 plus 1.6 into 100 equal to 342 PLF. For landing we don't have the self weight of steps, so that 32.16 pound per feet here not coming, so it is coming 130. Total dead load and live load 100 PLF, so it is giving ultimate loading 342 pound per linear feet. So here this is the loading diagram, 4 feet, 8.33 feet and 3.0 feet. Here we can see why we have converted inclined length UDL into horizontal length UDL to calculate SFD BMD in simplified way. Here we can see 450.43 pound per linear feet as UDL along 8.33 feet. Loading diagram LD, this one, SFD coming this one, and BMD coming this one. So from here we can use shear force and moment. Shear check for provided effective depth D. Maximum shear VU equal to 3103.3 pound. Allowable shear 5 VC. Using this equation we are getting 6408.4 pound. As 5 VC is greater than VU, so provided thickness is okay. Effective depth D check by moment. From BMD, maximum moment MU 12,560.6 pound-feet by feet. Rho, using this equation, coming 0.214. Rho max 0.75 into rho, that gives 0.0160. 5 mm equal to mu. Using this equation, we will provide the value of rho max B, Fy, rho max Fy and F prime C to get depth D. Here we can see 8424.7 into D square equal to mu 12,560.6. as it is pound feet per feet. If we want to convert it in inch, so we have to multiply by 12, because other side we have used Fy 60,000 psi, F prime C 3000 psi, so per square inch, pound per square inch, so we have to convert it mu also in pound inch per feet. From here we are getting D 4.23 inch. As provided D is greater than D required for moment, so provided D is okay, that means provided thickness is okay. So main reinforcement calculation for flight. Assume A equal to 0.905. Required still for ultimate moment. AS required equal to mu by 0.9 Fy D minus A by 2, that is giving us 0.462 inch square. Check assumed A by using this formula, coming 0.905. So this is matching with assumed A, so our AS required calculation is okay. So 0.462 inch square are required still for ultimate moment. Now check with minimum reinforcement. Here the equation AS min equal to 3 root over F prime C divided by Fy into BD. Providing the values, we are getting 0.214 square inch. So rebar to be provided among these two values, maximum is coming 0.462 inch square. Use rebar diameter 12 millimeter dia. So spacing coming, the area of 12 millimeter dia 0.17 square inch into width, strip width 12 inch divided by required reinforcement 0.462 equal to 4.56 inch center to center. Provide spacing for rounding it up to 0.5, 4.5 inch center to center. Spacing will not exceed the equation to control cracking. S max equal to 15 into 40,000 divided by Fs minus 2.5 cc, that means clear cover, where Fs equal to 2 Fy by 3 equal to 40,000. So S max coming 12.5 inch, greater than 4.5 inch center to center provided. So provided spacing okay. Here you can see the provided reinforcement for main rebar along the flight is 12 millimeter at 4.5 inch center to center. If we calculate it in metric unit, then it is coming 112.5 millimeter center to center. Transverse or shear reinforcement calculation. And since Vu less than 5 Vc divided by 2, that means Vu equal to 3103.3 less than 6408.4 divided by 2. So no shear reinforcement required as per this condition, but transverse rebar to be provided to control shrinkage, which is giving the formula 0.0018 Vt. Putting the value of B strip width 12 inch into thickness 8 inch, it is coming 0.173 square inch. Use rebar diameter 10 millimeter dia. spacing coming 8.45 inch center to center. Provided spacing 8.0 inch center to center. So provided spacing is okay. Here we can see the design reinforcement for transverse rebar 10 mm diameter at 8 inch center to center or 200 mm center to center. Now main reinforcement calculation for landing. Here maximum moment for landing from BMD 9441.3. Assume A equal to 0.667 required steel for ultimate moment coming using this equation 0.34 square inch. Check assumed A using this formula coming same 0.667. So A is required calculation is okay. Now minimum reinforcement check using this formula 0.214 square inch. So rebar to be provided maximum among these two value 0.34 square inch. Use rebar diameter 12 mm dia, spacing coming 6.18 square inch. Provided spacing will be 6 inch center to center less than SMAX 12.5 inch for crack control, which we have calculated earlier. So provided spacing is okay. Now we can see here calculated reinforcement in landing that will be detailed in similar way shown in the figure. Now design summary. Thickness of stair waist slab and landing is 8 inch, that means 200 mm. Main reinforcement for flight diameter 12 mm at 4.5 inch or 112.5 mm center to center. Main reinforcement for landing dia 12 mm at 6 inch or 150 mm center to center. Transverse reinforcement diameter 10 at 8 inch or 200 mm center to center. This is the detailing with the designed reinforcement. So in this way manually we can design stair. Now I will show the Excel sheet I have prepared for this stair design. Now let's review the Excel sheet. This Excel sheet has been prepared spending 3 days, so it should have value, and as I am trying my best to help you, so I can expect support from you. Hopefully you will support Decode BD and it will inspire to prepare more useful tutorials with resources like Excel sheet we will see now. So please click on join button and join as a member. It will support a lot to us to prepare more tutorials. So let's check the Excel sheet. This is the Excel sheet. The manual steps we have followed here we have included. Here you can see all the steps step by step, and from here automatically the SFD DMD will be generated. Here we have used for landing this maximum value of moment from this side and this side. In between two landings, this one the maximum moment we can use for design landing main rebar. So this Excel sheet I will share with the members who will join as a member to support Decode BD. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more upcoming tutorials.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.